All right, thank you, Meredith. Well, her late husband was a Navy fighter pilot during World War II. Connie Davis is sharing her late husband's untold story of the war and a memoir with us this morning, just in time for Memorial Day. So we want to welcome her this morning. And Connie, so good to see you this morning. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to bring your chair up a little bit, but I couldn't get it up. Maybe we can have you sit on that chair, actually, to switch things over.
Okay.
As we get Connie settled, she is actually debuting a book that her late husband has written. It's called Sinking the Rising Sun. So we're going to be talking about this and a remarkable feat that he actually accomplished when he was in World War II. So Connie, kind of take me back. You were a resident of Santa Barbara for about 30 years, and your husband, Bill Davis, was a fighter pilot in World War II. What's really remarkable about this story is he actually sank the last remaining Japanese aircraft carrier during Pearl Harbor. And for this, the Navy actually gave him the Navy Cross. He was awarded the Navy Cross, which is the highest honor the Navy can actually hand out. So first of all, a very commendable accomplishment for your late husband here. But talk to me about him and also about this famous attack that he's written about.
Yes, well, he wrote this memoir because he wanted the public to be able to follow the steps that he took when he graduated from college in June of 42. He joined the Navy and he wanted to fly, and he follows the steps that the Navy took him to learn how to fly, and the subsequent steps that he took to always more sophisticated planes. And eventually they sent him down to Miami, and he became a fighter pilot, and they taught him everything about fighter pilot combat. And he went into the Pacific, and in October of 45, he sank the last Japanese aircraft carrier afloat that had taken part in Pearl Harbor. And one of the amazing things about that is that when he attacked that aircraft carrier, by happenstance, he was the only one attacking at the time. Wow. So that meant that the entire Japanese fleet could concentrate their firepower on him. Right. And there were over 400 guns firing at him. And
he survived to tell about it.
And he survived to tell about it, and it's an amazing tale.
Absolutely. And you know, as a wife of someone who's you know, in the military, in the Navy, what was that like for you, going back to the 1940s? What was that like?
Well, I was not alive then. I was I'm younger than that, but that's one reason he wrote the book. He wanted to give people the feel of what it was like in this country to live through the war in the 40s. And so many people told him that they're so glad they read the book because it gave them a feel of what their parents and grandparents had been through during the war.
I see.
Yes.
And so tell me about the book here. It's Sinking the Rising Sun. What inspired him to actually want to tell everybody in a book what he did? I mean, it's pretty remarkable, but can you kind of take me back to him writing this?
Well, yes, he was such a modest man. He would never mention these things. But I kept telling him that he should write it for history. And so finally I persuaded him to write it, and I'm very glad that he did.
What kind of a reception are you getting with the book? People reading it?
Oh, it's wonderful. And so many people say that it reads like a Hollywood movie.
Wow.
And it has a lot of humor in it. It's not just all doom and gloom fighting. It has humor, it has romance, and it has a little bit of everything. And they say it's a real page turner. Yeah. And professional reviewers have said it's the best World War II memoir ever written.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Well, thank you.
It's very special to have you as a guest. And of course, we bring this to you ahead of Memorial Day this weekend. We want to honor our men and women in uniform. Of course, Bill Davis, Sinking the Rising Sun. You can get the book on Amazon. Connie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.